Hello everyone, it's Unit 13 here on Scene at the Homestead, and we're looking at the ant invasion of Bin 1, which is why it was retired. And then we can also see in this photo here, the reason that the ants invaded that bin is because I accidentally knocked the piece of plywood I used for shading on that area to keep the sun off up against the top of it, and it created enough of a bridge so that those ants invaded that bin. It was originally just an experiment from a few worms that were found in a planter pot. I thought it would be a good idea to try and see if I could start a new bin with those found worms and a few other things in the process. So some of those things are visible in these before and afters. I thought this seemed to make it would be interesting because the way it's set up is it comes into the bin from the last feeding and shows what it was like, and then it shows what it looks like when I put the food in, and then the next time that it's opened up, how things have changed. There were never a lot of worms in here to begin with, but at one point it did look like they started to take off in there, and then I had miscalculated the depth of the sphagnum moss is what I used in the bottom of that. I should have made it deeper. I think that the worms would have done a lot better and thrived more in there had I had more soil. And I guess the other thing is the important is paying attention to that moat and making sure something doesn't get in the way. Alright, pay more attention into the future. This is Unit 13. I'm out of here.